Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Cocktail Hour. I am Meg, and I'm also forgetting that I'm on camera. I am not looking at it.
I think we're fine. I
Yeah,
think
that's
the
fair.
listeners probably aren't expecting us to stare deep into their eyes.
They're probably also not even expecting us to come out with an episode given the debacle of last week.
And I'm Nikki, and if you are a wedding vendor heading to a wedding this weekend, hopefully you're almost done with your season, but this episode is dedicated to your bitch ass.
You know that there are wedding vendors across the world that their seasons are just starting.
No.
I do wonder if I lived in a warmer climate, would I...
Yes.
What do you think I'm about to ask?
Would I work year round?
That's exactly.
Obviously.
You're on camera. Don't make mean faces at me. Now you guys can understand the
see
level
how I
of
bully her.
My
abuser.
I made a joke once about Nikki being a bully and the way she has not let go of this. Let me say it right now. I do not think Nikki's a bully. Well, at least
Thanks for clarifying.
She's not my bully. She might be someone's. Like, I'm Adam's bully. I don't.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, but I think that's my lot in life. Okay, so we're officially back on video. This is the same intro I did last week because we also went to do video last week, and we will talk to you about why that didn't happen.
Why we're here.
Why we're here or while we're here.
Why
we're here. So we went to record a Halloween episode last week. We spent money on outfits and costumes, and we were recording, and we were coming to the end, and we were about to say our goodbyes, or we were like mid say goodbyes.
We were outro. We were fully in the middle of the outros.
Yeah.
And all of a suddenly, the power completely went out in the entire
Block.
I like your sweatshirt.
Thank you. You know what the best part of this sweater is?
I don't do Pilates.
I don't do Pilates.
I know.
And I don't do happy hour.
I actually saw that. I got an ad for that though.
I
do
it.
A little bit of both.
Abercrombie,
sometimes.
shout out.
Yeah.
I also got one from them that says clean eating, dirty martinis. I don't clean eat and I don't drink dirty martinis.
Perfect.
But it's green and I like it. And yeah, anyways, we were literally in our outro last week.
And the power went out.
Power went out on the entire block. And Nikki and I are like, okay, well, the cameras are on batteries. Like, yeah, the lights all went out. I was just going to, in post-production, say like, okay, well, that's a wrap, folks. And
we're safe.
Do the Looney Tunes thing. I thought it was going to be really cute, like the little Looney Tunes outro they do.
Yep.
And then I get back. We decide to go to Bina's for a little Halloween drink. And I get back and I go to back up the footage and the audio. And I realize, oh, there's no audio because on our recorder, you need to like hit end record and then it kind of processes the audio. And since the power went out, that did not happen. And I remember I was like, no. This can't be happening.
Surely this is not.
Surely. And
our situation.
I even ran it through this, what kind of software is it? Like a
disk drill.
Yeah, just some kind of software to try to pull like formatting issues, whatever, any kind of files that we could get, and it wasn't happening. And I gotta tell you, I don't know the dollar amount I would have had to put on having to do the dressing up as Garth. And
well, we wouldn't have had to go anywhere. We could have just done it here in the home.
I know, but I still,
As if these costumes were like elaborate face paint. It was literally a wig and a flannel.
That's fair. I can't get this because my nails.
Do you need some help?
Yes, I do.
Do you want me to just tuck it back?
Yeah. So shout out to Knick Knack here for bringing me a banana bread latte this morning. I am super excited to drink this. So can you tell us a little bit more about this latte?
Yes. So I've been making craft cocktails. I'm just kidding. Craft coffees in my spare time. I actually had a friend ask me like, are you starting a coffee business? The answer is yeah. Like eventually would I like to? 100%. Because do I want to work in the wedding industry for the rest of my life when I'm 80? No, I don't. So I made my own banana bread syrup on the stove top. I'm a trad wife.
Yes, why don't you shut the fuck up, get off this podcast.
I'm a trad wife.
I take care of the home.
I take care of them. I cook and I clean.
My husband really wanted Sour Patch Kids, so I decided to make them from scratch.
No, so literally though, I've just been making a ton of random different coffee recipes. I am currently drinking a cookie butter latte.
Ooh.
Meg has a banana bread latte. I can do a blueberry. I can do a maple, pumpkin butter, vanilla, almond, salted.
You know, I know this sounds crazy, but some of the best things in life started out as crazy ideas. What I would love to really fill the need of my dink lifestyle is if you had a coffee subscription where you delivered me a coffee in the morning.
I would. I honestly have considered opening up orders and doing like really early morning, just like coffee drop-offs, you know?
Especially if you just do it right outside their door, especially in the winter time. It's cold.
Yeah.
Or even in the mornings, like in the summer, it's still, you know, as long as I grab it within 20, 30 minutes, like
it'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Yeah. So
I think that's the worst idea. People be spending money door dashing a fucking Starbucks.
Well, and that was the thing. I was like, you know what? I'm spending so much fucking money on Starbucks lately. I can spend $7, $8, $9 on a box of pods for my freaking espresso machine and make a double shot at home at the cost of, you know, I can make 12 coffees at the cost of one.
Yeah.
At Starbucks.
I remember the first time looking at an espresso pods and I was like, oh my God, they're $1 a shot. Mind you, Starbucks, if you went to go buy a shot, like just a shot of espresso, it was maybe $1, maybe a little less. Now it's like $2 for one shot of espresso. They have lost their fucking minds.
And then you add the syrups and and honestly, Craig and I went to go get somebody gifted us a gift card, which was very kind, but we went to go get Starbucks and I got a brown sugar shaken espresso and I tried it and I was like,
yeah,
this is
what's
not
that girl on
even
TikTok right now? Have you seen where she's like, yuck?
No,
I have to show that to you. This is why I can't be on TikTok, is I don't like knowing things you don't know and you know things that I don't know.
Well, here's the thing about TikTok. Like, you will send me TikToks. Many people will message me a TikTok or two in the app. I'm not looking at my DMs in the app.
That's fair.
Simply not. Like, I watched one that you sent and I was giggling and I think I responded to it. Other than that, if you're not texting it to me, I'm not watching it. So, like, PSA, if you're sending me TikToks in TikTok app, like, I'm not with the shit.
You know what's funny, though, is it is absolutely more convenient to send it to you in TikTok.
100%.
And it's probably more convenient for you to watch them because then they're all back to back in the chat.
100%.
But I also understand what you say. I never pull up my DMs.
Well, here's the thing. I have like 17 TikTok accounts too.
Yeah, that's true.
And each one has different messages coming through. And in each one, I'm like, I'm not watching these.
Yeah. No, I get that. I don't know if I told you. No, I don't think I told you that I was going to do this. Number one, I'm trying to change my Instagram profile. They won't let me. They will not let me change my name.
Like your handle.
Yeah, my handle. And it says like it's just not approved. It's not close enough to what your current name is. So my current is the Louis Photography because Louis Photography was already taken. Oh, if I could get Louis, I swear I would jizz all over the place. Like, how great would that be? Just, who's your wedding photographer? Louis. With a period. Louis. Anyways, so I, though, in transitioning to offering more like video options, want to do Louis photo and film. They refuse.
Interesting.
They won't do it. So I did make a new TikTok, Louis photo and film. And I'm going to spend this winter really going hard on that. And for me, it's more educational, not for other people, but like so I can be educated because I really want tips and tricks and to work on my Super 8 and my 16 millimeter and all that jazz. And I was like, I just want to get away from the Louis photography. I'm hoping that if I build up Louis photo and film, maybe I can convince Meta to let me fucking change. But, you know.
I think starting a new TikTok is wise. And this can be like a little mentorship corner, but anybody who like you will have more success typically on TikTok starting a new TikTok and building and, you know, branding out a new niche than you will on Instagram. Instagram is like, okay, if you've had your profile for 6 trillion years, then you will gain a better following. But TikTok is one of those things where it's like, oh, a new like people, it's so different. And that's, I'm a little partial to TikTok. Like, I really like TikTok for creating and posting way more than Instagram. It's so much less, like, curated and what's the word I'm looking for? Aesthetic. It's very much like just post. Just post.
Yeah, just like
post.
real life. And I think for me, well, number one, I don't like either of them because I feel like there's a point where I go, I don't care about posting anymore because I'm not trying to get work out of posting. Yeah. Like, that's not where my leads and my referrals are coming from, so I'm not too worried about it. However, now that I'm wanting to try to like swing into a little bit different of a not even a niche, but just like of a offering that I give, I need to put that out there.
Yeah.
And I hate it. And like you said, TikTok or Instagram is very like, oh, pretty and aesthetic. And then TikTok is very story driven. It's very, and that also, I don't think people understand that sometimes those videos that you see that look very simple actually took a lot of effort to put together. And I'm like, I don't want to do that. But I'm going to try this winter just because what else do I have to fucking do once I get these galleries done?
The amount of time that I take sitting on freaking Splice to chop up these motherfucking TikToks.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, 30-second video, cute. And I go, okay.
Do you know how many times I've recorded a day in my life? And I've started to make a video and I'm in Splice and I'm like, I don't fucking care. I don't care. They don't need to see this day in my life. So know that if you're on social media, this is giving very Candace Owens right now. I've been watching a lot of her. But just know that if you see a day in the life video from Louis or Louis Photo and Film or whomever, it took me a long time. And I'd love for you to react to it. Even if you don't like the things I did.
Yeah.
Because it's a very boring life I lead.
I'd be making day of my life. Speaking of, we can do our update, but this is from my Curious Cow and Company. I want to make sure I got the name right.
Fair. For the listener, Nikki is wearing a cow sweater, and Nick loves cows, like to the nth degree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't eat them. Like, she's not one of those people who's like, oh.
No.
She doesn't eat them either. How was that? Where was that?
So this is in Corcoran, Minnesota. So there's cow cuddling now in Corcoran. And let me tell you, here's what I'm going to say. Because I love cows. It's a dairy farm. So it's a straight up. Okay, hang on. My ears hurt so bad.
There.
I need to get my Delta headphones back. For anybody watching this, sorry.
She likes to wear Delta. You know those shitty
because
30
these
cent
hurt my ears.
That's fair. Is it your ear? Are they pressing on your glasses or both?
Both.
Yeah.
So it's very painful.
Fair.
And it gives me a little bit of a headache.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just take my glasses off for a little bit. But I hate not being able to see. It gives me wild anxiety not being able to see. It stresses me out. So I'm just going to focus on the mic.
Okay. I wish I could have taken a photo of that.
You can.
Oh, that's true. I can screen grab it.
You can.
Good to know.
Anyway, this is a dairy farm that now offers like calf cuddling. So they have 120 cows. The farm is run by 3 people for 120 cows. So I just think anybody who consumes dairy needs to tour a dairy farm, see where your dairy is coming from. This farm specifically is a small family owned. Obviously, it's 3 people. So like the girl who does the tours and works there, her parents are the other 2 people who own and operate it. So the 3 of them. It is so fascinating. It was one of the most fascinating things I've ever done. And not just because I love cows, but because like farmers are literally the backbone of America. Like we run on this shit and to actually see how everything is done. So for them, she told us it used to take them 6 to 7 hours a day just to milk all of the cows. So they went from being a like no machinery farm to now almost everything within their farm system runs on machines. These machines have to cost hundreds of thousands of dollars easily for their 120 cows, and they have like free roaming cows. And so I think it is just so important for every American to go and see how like a small family owned farm operates. It is fascinating. And I have some friends who are like good for you for loving farming. Like, that's really interesting. Couldn't be me. My friend, like Craig and I went to go get drinks with a girlfriend of mine.
Yeah.
And Craig was like, oh, you should go with Nikki next time she goes. And my friend goes, and do what?
Ella.
She's like, I wouldn't touch that, man. And I'm in here, hands black, like literally just caked in dirt, body dirty. Like I live this very weird, what's the word? I'm like an enigma. Like I love dressing up.
Yeah.
And I love looking cute and being in the city. But I will get in the dirt with a cow and just I'd milk it.
Yeah. I think that's just an animal thing for you.
Probably,
I think that there's such an empathy and like, I don't want to say understanding, but I do think that you look at them as like sentient beings instead of like, well, no, I know. But some people just look at them as like
animals
and like, yum in my tum.
So it was really interesting though. Like they have 2 machines that fully milk the cows themselves, and the cows are so fucking smart. You guys, you little bitches out there not knowing nothing about the cows, you gotta know they're so smart. They pick their favorite machines. They go and they milk themselves. They like literally walk into the machines when they're ready to be relieved because they are so full of milk. And the friend that I went with, she's a mom, and she was like, I can't even imagine getting so full of milk and not being able to relieve myself. So the fact that they can do it themselves is fascinating and amazing. Yeah. And then they have this robot that fills up with all of their food from the silos and travels on a track into the barn and then self-drives itself to feed all the cows. It's so cool.
Well, now I feel better about their 3-person operation because I was 100%. Like, how in the world are they doing that?
100%. So we paid for the farm tour, which was 100% worth it. Like I said, if you consume dairy in any capacity, highly recommend going to see like a small family owned and operated farm. Also, their cows are free roaming. So like they get to like walk, they stand up, they walk around. Not all farms are created equal. Not all farms are like that. So just consider like where you're getting your milk from. Remember the Fairlife episode? Yeah.
I remember.
We're not getting into it, but
I'll never forgive them.
I'll never forgive them either. I've never purchased. I won't do it. And I'm trying to be like really mindful now after going and visiting. Like, I don't know. It was so cool. But then they have these calves. Calf cuddling. And if you've ever been around a calf, like calves are born at 100 pounds. Like they're not little. So there was one born that day when we went. Obviously it was still slimy and grimy, getting cleaned off by its mother. But the calves that we saw were probably like a month, like 3 months, I don't know, a couple months, few months old. And they're big as hell. Yeah. They're big as hell. And they are so playful. They are like dogs. Big fat dogs who will grabbed onto my zipper, unzipping my jacket, like trying to eat your hair. Cutest thing ever. You get the brush, they're literally like massive dogs. Yeah. And they're so cute and so fun, and you just sit in this enclosure with 2 or 3 of them and snuggle them, pet them. It was just really a cool, fun experience, and I'm so glad that it's 15 minutes from my home.
Nice. I was going to ask where Cochrane you said is?
Yeah, Cochrane. It sounds like we're in the UK. Cochrane. No, Corcoran is northwest, I believe. So like right past Maple Grove-ish area.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll have to stop by in the wintertime, fill my winter with something.
I don't know if they do winter, but if they do, I'll drive us.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to hold you to it. I would like you to come down here, pick my ass up, and drive me out there.
To go see cows?
Yeah, that's right. You would. You absolutely
literally
would. You know what's hard is, okay, number one, let me pause. For the listener, I know if you're watching on video, you've seen me drinking this. This is pretty fucking good. This is a good latte.
And I don't even think that's the best one I've made.
Oh, well.
I did try, but you texted me as I was very late, and I was like, okay, let me whip something up really quick.
Well, funny enough, I literally am having a very hard time waking up early right now. Yeah. I think it's because we're, getting Adam to work at night. And then, of course, I'm still kind of like, at night, I can't get to sleep till midnight, 1 a.m., and I'll lay in bed. The other night, I literally laid in bed from 8:30 to 1 o'clock, willing myself to sleep, and I couldn't do it. So anyways, luckily.
Those are the worst nights.
The worst nights, and luckily, I'll even have my alarm, but my body is snoozing it because I keep it under my pillow. And that's the problem. I need to not do that.
Should keep your phone out of your bedroom. I started reading something that was like, your phone has so much like radiation coming off of it.
Yeah, good. Take me out. I need the long sleep. Like, I am tired. As long as it doesn't take me away from a wedding booking, or like
a Beyonce concert.
Oh, yeah. Wait till Act 3 is done, and then maybe Blue Ivy's first album. I'm sure she's gonna come out with one. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh, I'm just glad that you text. Yeah. And I knowingly turned off my on the new iPhones. There's not this little. Again, I had an old iPhone. There's not this little notch where you can
this one, the silence
one. The silence one. It's a little drop down, and it's just a button of silence or not silence. So I unsilenced it last night because I was like, if Nikki texts me, I need it to bing. Sure. I need something to happen. And so I did not wake up at your 6 o'clock message, but I woke up at your 6:10, and I was like, thank God. Yeah. Because otherwise Nikki would have been. So I'm glad you texted. I wouldn't have come. You're like, I'm not leaving
until I hear from you. I'm like, I'm not going to drive to your fucking house in Minneapolis and sit outside your door. What the fuck? What the helly?
What the helly?
Okay, can we do our updates? Because last week we had updates and we
had so much.
We couldn't obviously post them because of our power outage. However, one thing that I want to start with is last week on the episode, we were dressed up as Garth. I almost said Garth Brooks, which, by the way, do you know the lore about Garth Brooks / Chris something? He has an alter ego that he goes by, Chris something. But there is lore that Garth Brooks, every town that he's toured in, people disappear and he's a serial killer.
Yeah.
And I'm standing by that. I'm sticking with it. That is a conspiracy that I believe in.
I'm not going to adhere to that because I love him so much. And I love his music.
He's a killer.
He's also very.
I'm a killer, Bella.
Okay, really quick. Those movies are back at AMC, and I almost went and watched them, but I had so much editing to do. And Sinners was back in AMC.
That is one.
Yeah, in IMAX. And I was like, oh, I really want to go see it. No, and he's a very kind, all is love, peace, and joy.
Anyway, Garth Brooks is a killer. But basically, moral of the story, we were dressed up in costume, and I had a bob. It
was so cute.
I FaceTimed Meg and made her believe that I was cutting my hair at home because I had one of those halo extensions that if you just plop it on your head, the hair, whatever, it comes down. So I tied my natural hair back and I filmed myself and then I FaceTimed her and I was like this.
And she just cuts.
And I just start cutting and Meg goes, oh, okay, we're doing this. Okay.
I definitely thought a mental breakdown was happening.
Yes. I sent it to a couple girlfriends too and they were like,
yeah.
The response was literally just a photo of each of them going, so I tricked everybody. I thought it was hee hee ha ha, so funny. It was a great time.
In no way. Typically, I feel like I can tell. I'm not a child. I can typically tell when someone's joking about something.
Pranking.
I did not. I really was like, okay. Okay. I mean, it looks great,
Here's the thing.
A piece of hair stuck on and it will drive you crazy later. Go to right here. There we go. Pull down. You got it.
Thank you.
I was like, I know in post-production you're going to be so mad when you see that video.
Because I can't see. So I can't see a thing. But I liked the look of the bob.
Yeah.
And I will say
I'll post a photo in the video. Yeah. So make sure to go look at that.
There are these memes where people are like, your friend telling you to cut your hair hates you. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like if your friend is telling you to get a bob, that's not your friend.
Yeah.
Which I am your friend and you are my friend because you did tell me, do not get a bob. And here's the thing.
You look cute with a bob, but bobs are,
Yes. And I will say the people who were like, okay, your hair looks really cute like that. I believe you. I don't think you're a bad friend. The thing is with a bob, you're over it. You have it. It's cute. It's fun. It's girly. It's sweet. You're cute. You're fucking done.
Yeah.
You're
After about
done.
48 hours.
There's no going back either.
Mhm.
Like, you chopped your hair. You're stuck with it now. Like, you can't just magically regrow. You know, you're not a chia pet. Like, it's going to take, for me, 3 to 5 years to grow my hair back. Not 4 to 6 months. 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So in absolutely no alternate universe am I ever chopping my hair into a bob. I did it once in 2016 probably.
Yeah.
Not doing it again. Like, I'm just not.
Here's my thing is I could see me doing that again when I am older and I simply don't have the fucks to do
100%.
anything. Like, that's why what a lot of
You need to
moms will
maintain
get like a pixie cut or something.
Yes.
Because they're like, number one, my kids keep yanking on my fucking hair. I can't even run a brush through it, whatever. If it's a means, like if there's a reason I need to do it, but otherwise I'm like, I miss my long hair. I miss it. I miss being able to like put it up and have it be a cute ponytail or whatever the case may be. Because right now I'm in the in between.
I like your hair length where it is though. I think it suits you so well. Like, I really think I did not like the bang and the bob.
Berries and cream.
I'm not going to
berries and
lie.
cream.
I told Meg right away as soon as she called me, because I told her not to get a bang
Yeah.
and not to get a bob or do one or the other. She didn't.
I
She
banged
cut
and bobbed.
17 inches off her hair and went full bang bob.
Yeah.
Full bang bob.
I think that if this is a joint endeavor at this point. I think if I did heavy layers on my hair the length it was, maybe take it up an inch or two.
You
but,
should
like,
have
heavy
taken it
layers,
up 4 inches. Your hair was to your butt crack and it was not. It was just there.
It was just there.
just
but
there.
that's why I think if I would have
100%
layered
layered it.
and
Maybe
had
gotten a
it, like-
fringe bang.
like I like it right under
no,
the titties.
that's still
or
so long.
where the titties land without a bra, right down here.
So the belly button.
My belly button's a little lower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's
The
promising.
The nip and the belly button are they're friends, but they're not like lovers. You know what I mean?
They're cousins, not sisters.
Yeah, agreed. Anyways, we had so many updates from last week.
And we don't need to recap all of them, but there are a few things I would like to go over.
My question, two
Mhm.
questions that I have not done any research and I meant to, and I want to know if you have is, what is 6-7?
Don't know.
What is group 7?
Don't. Oh, yeah, we talked about this. 6-7. I did share. You know what's crazy? I have to share this. My stomach hurts so bad right now. I am having an episode of chronic IBS.
We can pause recording. I can literally cut.
We're powering through, people.
Okay.
We're powering through.
I love
because
it.
you know what? If I'm not an independent woman in my IBS, I'm not an independent woman anywhere in my life. So
That's true.
we are going to be strong, independent women. This is mental. I'm challenging myself to say my ailments are mental illness.
Well,
so
fair, or it's just mind over matter.
Mind over matter.
I will not shit my pants.
we're
I love it.
6-7 is from a song, I believe.
Okay.
A rapper is rapping and referencing a song, LaMelo Ball, I think, or something, and they go 6-7.
We're so old.
Group 7 couldn't tell you.
I'm
Couldn't
also,
tell you. Are you Googling Group 7?
Nikki, I'm reading it and it's making it more confusing.
I don't get it.
I don't understand what group 7 is. And how they're explaining it does not help me. So in the comments, if you know what group 7 is, and you can
Here's the thing.
talk to me like I'm an idiot, okay?
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I feel like we're probably a part of group 7. And that's why I don't want to ask people, hey, what's group 7? Because then I feel like that will eliminate us from actually being a part of it, because people will be like, well, if you don't know what group 7 is, you're not in group 7. But I
Fair.
just feel like innately, like as people, you and I are like, if it's cool,
That
and
we're
like,
in it.
we're probably in it.
Yeah, but that's how people feel about other groups. Because if they're in it, they think it's cool. And I go,
I don't know.
I'm not in that. I didn't vote for that guy. I'm not in it.
Well, okay. Well, first of all, shut the fuck up. Secondly, totally different. We're talking about probably something that was made up by a 12-year-old.
That's fair.
Which is group 7.
Really quick, regardless of your stance, can we just, this bop has been all over my Instagram and TikTok right now. The name is Mom Donnie. MAMDANI.
Do you know that I woke up with that in my brain playing over and over and over again because it's all over TikTok? Yeah. I knew that's what you were going to say.
They need to put it on Apple
Spotify.
Music.
Put that shit on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I will play it on repeat. That is so funny. So, okay, Love is Blind reunion. If you're not watching Love is Blind, good on you because it's so dumb. It's so stupid that it's just so dumb. So, okay, I stayed up one night because I've been staying up and just editing through the night.
Yeah.
And one night after an editing sesh, I was like, you know what? Let me lock into the Love is Blind reunion. I smoked a lot of weed and I stayed up and watched the episode.
I don't know. We're just two different people when we smoke weed because, like, I need to go to bed immediately. And I'm also not able to retain information.
Well, I took notes. I can't remember a single thing about anything.
I swear I'd look down and my notes would be in Spanish.
Do you want to know how insane these fucking are?
Because everyone always thinks my reminders for myself make it sound like I have schizophrenia. So yes, I would to know what yours.
I was high at 4 a.m. writing this. Are you ready?
Ready.
And this is how it's written. How Jordan is weirdly cute, like a shiny plastic looking kind of cute guy.
Remind me who Jordan is.
The one with the diabetic child.
Oh, insufferable. But also the girl, unsufferable too.
Pregnant kid, child.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, was this recorded 18 years ago?
It's a year later.
Okay, that's
so it
crazy.
is a year later.
I did not understand it was that long.
And I think here's why they like things to play out over the year because typically within the show setup or format, people don't stay together. Like they'll break up after the fact or they will say no at the altar, but they'll continue to date. But then within this group dynamic, they all spend so much time together because it's such a unique experience, I think. And I said the same thing about Love Island when I was talking about it with somebody. Like, imagine going on Love Island, not having your phone for 6, 10, 12 weeks.
Yeah.
You have no communication with the outside world. It's like the only thing I can compare it to, which I've never done, is going to summer camp as a kid and making camp friends that you have a very unique niche relationship with.
Yeah.
And then that is your lived experience with your camp friends. Like these people on Love Island, they only spend time with each other. They don't know what time it is. They don't know whatever. Love is Blind is a little different because like, you're kind of holed up in a hotel, but same thing, like you can't have your phone. You don't know who you're seeing or dating or talking to behind a stupid fucking wall. Like, first of all, so dumb.
It's so dumb. The premise of the show is so dumb, but that's the funniest part to me is I go like, God, the show is so dumb. Okay,
let me watch it.
New episode up. Or every time they'll tell each other they love each other, I'm like,
no, you don't.
I hate you. What are you talking about? But then again, that's the premise of the show. And I do have to give them
unique.
It's unique. And I have to give them a little credit, like you said, with no phone, no nothing for however many months, weeks. And you're talking to these people. And what I did read is that you're not just talking to them once a week.
No.
Sometimes it's multiple times a day. Like
every day.
For
day. Like 4 weeks.
So it's like I could see
not falling in love. I cannot see that.
Here's what I could see. Please don't come for me, anybody. But if you're on this show, I do believe you to be inherently not
attention seeking,
not desperate, but at the end of your rope in terms of like why else would you go on this show and possibly humiliate yourself if you're like, look, I have tried. I cannot seem to find a partner that it works out with. Like there is a level of desperation. I'm not saying you're a desperate person, but there's a level
I don't know. I feel like it could be one of two things. I do get the end game is supposedly marriage. I think people use this now as I think when it first started, it was like, yes, let's do this experiment. It's very genuine. But since it blew up, people are like, let me use this as a platform, a stepping stone, if you will. Like this dumb motherfucker, Joe. I'm sorry. Joe is the one who called his girlfriend larger. Yes.
He seems to have a mental illness.
He has a podcast now. That is my whole thing. This dumb biatch of a man, and I'm sorry if you're a Joe fan. I'm simply not. Simply not. Yeah, I hear it. I sense that there's a dog behind the door.
No, there's
that's
a cat grabbing your jacket from under the door.
Oh, I thought that was Opie going.
Oh, no.
Anyway,
what is
he started a
podcast
podcast. Don't know. Probably LOVIN relationships. It's so dumb though that he's like that. So that's my point. It's like some people, it seems as though they're using it as a stepping stool to like, you know, gain popularity and whatever. And then other people are probably, looking for love. And maybe they're like, hey, nothing has worked for me. Let me see if I can make this work in some capacity. But back to the reunion, because first of all, the intro with the live music, get rid of it. I'm over it. This isn't a concert. I'm done with the people walking down the steps with the wind blowing in their hair to a live band.
This is not the Lion King on Broadway. Like, what are we doing?
Put it away. Yeah. Like, put your dick away. I commented on the intro twice. I said, Love is Blind Reunion - the intros. And then about 7 lines down, I put in all caps, the intro period is scary period. It's terrifying.
It was stuck
I hate
in your
it.
brain.
I hated it. I said, where is Andy Cohen?
Yeah.
Why do we have celeb guests like Chris Paul III, CP3? First of all, nobody in this generation knows who that is. Do you know who that is?
Not by name.
The basketball guy. So the whole sports segment that they did.
Oh, yeah.
With the shooting of the basketball, the sports show, What Is Happening? I hate it. I wrote that. I hated it.
And the worst part is, you know, that when they come on to the show or agree to go to the reunion, they have to do this shit. I would just be like, I'm not doing that.
I'm not playing basketball.
And who was it? Because again, I watched
Patrick
this very loosely.
and Casey.
And is Patrick the Asian guy?
Yes.
And so what happened with them? Because to me, how I feel like it was cut was like they saw each other and she was like,
That's what happened.
I don't like
That's
the
literally
way
what
your
happened.
face looks.
That's what happened.
Sad.
But she didn't tell him that. She, to him, was like, I'm just really struggling with this. But then they panned back to the moment when she was by herself with producers. And she goes, I just don't think the attraction can grow. Like, I just don't see it. But she told him, she was like, I'm just nervous and like we can talk more in Denver.
I'm sorry.
Blah, 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 blah. You're on a fucking show.
You could not get my ass on a show where there's a 1% chance that there's an option for someone to look at me and be like, nope. Nope. I would rather die. I would rather. And that's even coming from someone who, like, I'm not a super dressed up, wearing, you know, no. But I still could not imagine putting myself in that position.
Yes. I
or that poor girl
concur.
where Podcast Joe or whatever now is like, oh, well, typically I like my women not, you know,
large. She called her, and she's not even large.
She's not a big girl. Also,
she has huge boobs.
Me watching that. No, Adam and I were watching that, and I immediately look at him. I'm like, if she's large, what am I? Like, are you kidding me?
Not large.
She
not
also, though,
little.
does seem insane.
She did seem very crazy at the reunion. Her eyes were very far apart, and I'm not trying to pick her apart, but I felt like she just looked. I'm not trying to like not pick on her physically whatsoever. Yeah. I mean, like she was looking like she was on something a little bit. Like I was like, oh.
I'm sorry, but I even felt on the show when she kept being like, well, why? Well, why? If someone tells you that they do not want to be with
that's
you,
a different person.
No, she kept asking, like, you won't give me a straight answer. Okay, why do you not feel like this?
I do wish he would have just told her, like, I'm not attracted to you.
I do too.
And I don't like see myself with you in the future.
But, and now granted, we don't know how this was cut. We don't know what producers asked of them. However, he already told you that he essentially doesn't like large women, and now he's saying he doesn't want to
He
be
didn't
with
tell
you.
her that, did he?
He said that to her. He said that to her, like on a boat or something. He said that to her. And I'm thinking, number one, honey buns, you know, he's just not physically attracted to you. And that sucks, but it is what it is. Please stop asking this man to clarify why he doesn't want to be with you.
I do think it would be confusing though, because she did say, and he even said this on the reunion, it's not that I wasn't physically attracted to you. We had great sexual chemistry. They were fucking all the time. I mean, so like, how confusing to be with somebody who's trying to bang you and the cameras are off and get his D wet. And then all of a sudden cameras come back on and he's like, I'm out. I'm like, what?
Maybe this is just me being a pessimist, but like not everyone. Lots of people who have a puss, regardless if the person likes you or not, the puss is still pussin'.
But that's confusing.
I disagree. And I know that's a hot take. I know that maybe sounds stupid as a woman for me to say that.
Yes.
But I think that this man is clearly showing you how he feels about you just because he's trying to fuck you. I feel like in your age of 20-something, you should know at that point that, like,
sure,
men be men, and sometimes where they... But, like, here's back to my original point is he says, I don't want to be with you. And you're constantly like, well, tell me why. If just someone tells you they don't want to be with you, I don't care if the relationship was honky-dory before that. Bye.
Run for the hills.
I'm not trying to convince you to stay with me.
Run.
And my big old boobies are going to go to someone who appreciates the hell out of them off and on camera.
Yes.
So that's for me. And maybe it's just like traumatic younger experiences that I had to go through where I go, oh no, this man does not like me, but he likes one thing about me. So I'm just kind of like,
okay.
I look at it and I go, yeah, he doesn't like you, and you need to know that. It doesn't matter if he's trying to fuck you.
I'm
not saying that's a healthy thing to think.
When looking at the thing, like what I initially said was I do think some people are really actually seeking like a very real experience and would like to get married and have a lifelong relationship come out of it. And I think she was one of those people who was like, I'm very committed to this experience of like finding my partner and making it work. Whereas he went on the show and was like, I'm going to make a podcast out of this. I'm going to get an Instagram following and be a dumb fucking cunt with a mustache.
Well, and I also think I need to remember
my friend.
Personalities are different for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, at almost first glance, if you are treating me in a way in which I can surmise or perceive that you don't like me very much, I'm out. I'm not working on this. Like, I understand that once you're in a relationship and like, things start to come up and you want to work on things, great. But from the get, if I'm not if I don't feel like your head is so far up my ass obsessed with me, why would I speak to you? And I know that's not everybody, but I'm like,
not everybody. I don't know that that's healthy.
No. I want my sister. I remember when Adam and I started dating, even like a year in, she made a joke. She was like, sorry, not everybody's boyfriend is so fucking obsessed with them. And I was like, well, that sucks for you then. I'm not saying after 6 years that Adam is obsessed with me, but like, I want to feel special. I want to feel you know. So if he looked at me and said, I don't typically like larger girls, and how he was acting when they were on like vacation and her waking him up. And I was like, is this a man on meth? He's acting insane.
He was definitely
I felt
not
so
normal.
bad for her.
I did too.
I was like,
and then he gaslit her.
Yeah. What are you talking about? And I was like, why are you talking that way?
Like, you're fucked up.
You sound insane.
Anyways, that's the recap.
That was all over the place.
That was pretty much it. I did write, Joe is a dirty dog and probably a horrible person.
What about...
I was high.
I didn't watch the weddings of who and who got married. Did anybody get married?
No, nobody.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. The really pretty girl and like the Italian looking guy.
She's Russian.
Whatever. She deserves so much better. He seems like he just like wants to be left alone. He kind of seems like, and I can appreciate that, but like she's a cutie patootie. And I feel like she could have ended up like she should end up with some amazing man again who's so obsessed with her.
She could be a horrible person. Just because you think she's cute does not mean she deserves to be with like...
She seems super sweet.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't dislike her. Yes, beautiful woman. But like, also to be on this show and be like, yeah, I don't cook. I don't clean. I don't pick up after myself. I don't do anything.
I didn't hear any of that.
What I didn't like, in which like, that's fine. I do cook and clean. I don't pick up after myself all the time. So like, whatever. I'm not saying that's the problem. I felt like she was then so focused on his money and his income and being like, you were drinking a beer or
and like,
5.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, he's like, who cares? Like, okay. Yeah. Is he drunk like Joe on this motherfucking vacation? That man clearly has a problem. You know? So I was like, I couldn't care less if somebody's having a beer or 2 or whatever. Like, have a drink. Just because you don't do it or it's not what your norm is. But I felt like there was a money conversation then with amongst her friends that was very much like, he makes good money. He makes decent money. Yeah. Like, is that like really your focus? He's not Joe or Jordan over here with the house with Megan and whatever. This is so dumb. We're so dumb.
Here's what I'll say about that situation is I knew that wasn't going to work between them. And it has nothing, to me, doesn't matter if it's like whoever in the relationship but that is such a big discrepancy of money that when I heard her say, well, we could sell my house for $1 million, we could put it toward a new house, like the $1 million, and then we'll take out a separate mortgage for $500,000.
His face.
Number one, a $500,000 mortgage is not a little amount of money. That's a lot. Number two, knowing that you were living in a house that you have paid, I don't know, 15% of, or that you're going to be helping pay 50%, that would be rough on a relationship. I don't know if I could. I'd be like, hey, why don't we sell the house? You keep your mill, keep it. Let's go in on a mortgage together. But she obviously wanted a $1.5 million house.
Well, and she doesn't work.
I wonder where she got that money.
Well, she like worked and she sold a portion of her business, I believe, for like $1 billion or something insane. But the thing is that she doesn't necessarily work. Like, she worked very hard.
Gotcha.
She's a very successful businesswoman, but she doesn't work. So to be with somebody who's working 15-hour days, who's not making a ton of money, that shit is tough, bro. I can't even imagine. Yes. Yeah. But yeah, damn. I think
call me crazy, but if let's say someone wanted to buy Louis for $500 million, okay? Putting that out in the universe. And I wasn't in a relationship, okay? My ass would not be looking for a relationship. And I know that sounds terrible. Again, I think I'm just letting a lot go about my personality on this episode, but I wouldn't be like, I'm looking for love. You have so much money. Get your ass on a plane and travel.
Well, that's what she wants to do.
Boom, boom, bang, bang. Someone from each country. Like, what are you, nuts? Go have fun. You're hot. You're young. Like, and if you meet the love of your life while you're traveling, amazing. No, I'm sorry, but if I were a millionaire
I just don't think like everybody thinks banging strangers is fun.
Look, there are opinions and there are facts, okay? And the fact is,
I don't think so. Like, getting naked in front of a complete stranger. Imagine that. Banging somebody new, and then leaving and then imagine the anxiety post bang and being like, oh my God, what if I run into them? What if I see them again? Like, what if they have gonorrhea?
Well,
I'm not doing that.
I do agree with the whole like gonorrhea thing, but I'm on a flight next day. I'm going somewhere else. I'm not going to see you ever again. So,
are you sober or are you drinking?
Sober.
Okay.
Now, the Megan who's 32 years old.
I was going to say,
I'm talking about the Megan when I was
17. A fucking child.
She really enjoyed
a literal kid.
I had to grow up really fast, though. I do think I was an adult. I was told I was very mature for my age by these men who were predators.
When I was 7, people were like, oh, she's so mature for her age. My mom's like, yeah, because she's driving me around because I can't function.
You're like Matilda, where Matilda wakes up in the morning and she like gets herself dressed. She makes herself breakfast. She walks her ass across town to the library.
No, I wake up in the back seat of the minivan.
Oh, I hope people come onto this podcast on this episode and hear this and go, these girls are deranged.
They have mental illness,
Mental
and
illness.
we do. But that's okay. Like I'm with it. Can we be done with Love is Blind?
We
I
can.
hate it so
We
much. I'm so sick of it. But like it's I'm gobbling it up. I'm gobbling.
Swabbly me.
Gobble me,
Drip
swabble
down the
me.
side of me.
Yes.
Okay, what else? I know we did so much on our recap. Y'all, last recap was like 2 hours long.
Yeah. One thing I do want to share. Instagram has the feature now. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because a friend messaged me and was like, oh my God, what's the tea? Who is this about? And I was like, what are you talking about? And it was an Instagram video that I liked about friendship, and you liked it too. And she sent it to me and she was like, I need to know. And I was like, this isn't about anybody.
Yeah,
I just liked the video. But it reminded me that Instagram, you can see when people be liking stuff, you can see it.
Yeah.
And there are things that I've seen other people like where I'm like, okay. Or, you know, the repost is one thing because you can go to somebody's profile and see that. But the likes, I don't think everybody realizes that you can see likes.
Yeah.
So for me, I was like, oh my God, did I like something insane? It was just like a random video. And I was like, no, this is not targeted toward anybody. I just agree with it. Like, I just think it's a video that I like because I'm chronically online and I need to stop. But there are some people in my family sector that sometimes a video will come up and it's like a scantily clad woman and there will be a like and I'm like, no, I don't want to see that you like this. I don't want to see that you like this at all. Or there's like some, you know, there are videos that I giggle and laugh to and I'll send you.
Yeah.
I'm not liking
them
because I know that people can see. And if I liked everything that I enjoyed, you know, which is very deranged,
got a little chuckle
out of,
yeah,
I would be not sitting here on this podcast. That's for sure.
Two things. Number one, do you remember you used to be able to go to someone's profile?
Yes,
or like
that was on Twitter.
No, well, that might be. I've never been on Twitter, but there was a feature on Instagram, not on their profile, but there was like likes. You know, you could go to like your activity and then it would be the activity of those you follow. And there would be a whole menu where it'd be like, Nikki Solis liked this post.
I can't remember
Yes.
that.
And they got rid of that probably because, you know, people
it's
are
back.
Like, yeah. So
and
you
I
can
want it
still
to
see
go
stuff
away.
like that. But I think we need to have an agreement on the pod, a legally binding agreement that if for some reason our friendship ever ends.
Oh, no, we're never. We need to sign a contract. Pull up Honeybook.
Understand that the chat and the things that were talked about, they are not admissible in shit talking.
Pull up a Honeybook contract. We're signing.
We'll get a lawyer on it right away.
I'm serious.
Because I think that's just one of those things where it's like, we were friends and we sent things that laughed at us.
Talking about us in the past tense.
That's fair.
Like, what? That's crazy.
I don't know if you're obsessed with me enough. So I'm just kidding.
No, clearly. But I'm just like, Instagram needs to get rid of that feature again because what if I get high and I accidentally like something and then somebody sees it and they don't tell me and they're like, wow, this bitch is crazy and they're just screenshotting it and sending it to people.
Yes, however, I do think it's helpful in our industry. If you're a couple and you're getting married and you're like, oh, I kind of like this planner, and then a video comes up where it's like, kill the gays, and you see your potential wedding planner like it, maybe don't book that wedding planner.
Yeah.
So fair. I kind of like to be able to suss out people's like if I heart something on Instagram that's like ha 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 inappropriate but funny, to me that is so different than me liking something that is like
kill the gays.
Exactly. So
we love the gays.
I feel like you can really find some.
I don't know. I want it gone. I don't like it. I want to go back to being ignorant.
Just anonymous and, what else? Anything else that we want to cover that we covered last episode? Did we talk about the fact
that I got a car?
On the last episode we did.
Like the last episode that never aired.
Exactly.
So I got a car. I don't know how I went carless for 6 months. I did it though.
Especially during wedding season. That is
Girl,
crazy.
let me tell you, I was getting rides. I was getting dropped off, picked up, borrowing cars, texting folks, hey, can I borrow your vehicle tonight? I have a car. I have a beautiful new vehicle that I love.
Tell everybody about her.
Yeah, Meg is very salty because I got a green car, which it's not like a green like the plant that's sticking out
Relatively
from behind my head. It is a beautiful
Someone call
olive
it like
green.
a Louis green.
I think you would call it a Louis green.
I pretty much call any olive green a Louis green at this point.
Yeah. No, it's
She's
just
pretty.
green. I was not looking for a green car, never wanted a green car, never had a green car. I've only ever had black vehicles. I love a black vehicle, but this was the best option for me. It was, honestly, it's pretty perfect for what I'm looking for. It's a Kia Sorento, and I love her. I think more than anything, I love having a car.
Yeah.
I haven't, experienced having a vehicle. I've never bought a new vehicle either. Like, I've never bought a new car.
Yeah.
So this is my first ever new car, and I love her.
Okay, we already covered we don't know what Group 7 is. We don't know what 6-7 is. Nikki got a new car. We did Wayne's World unsuccessfully.
Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Other than that, I don't really think I haven't seen any new movies. I pay for this AMC thing. Haven't gotten to see anything. I'm just editing my ass off.
Yeah, same. I just stay up till 4 or 5 in the morning every day.
The one thing, I don't even think I said this at the beginning of the episode.
Sure.
But the one thing that I wanted to cover today from a wedding perspective is Wed Vibes had posted a Instagram post, and it says the Gen Z wedding era is
I saw
here.
that, and everybody's resharing it.
Yes, everyone's resharing it. So I wanted to talk through it a little bit and just get thoughts. So essentially, I do believe we are seeing a little bit of a shift in the market, and it just depends. Like, as generations go on, Gen Zers are getting married. Millennials were starting to be in that like 30-year-old range, which by that time, a lot of people are already married. So Gen Z wedding era is here, and it just talks about a few things that I don't want to say we, but like that the wedding market, if you will, is seen with this new generation of couples. So number 1, self-care as an identity. The new luxury is peace, slow mornings, long hugs, and a time to be in the moment. Weddings aren't marathons anymore.
Here's the thing.
Because I also have thoughts.
As much as I would love for that to be true, I also think, and don't cancel me for saying this, Gen Z, it's very performative.
100%.
Gen Z is our TikTok generation. It's very performative. And so as much as I would love to see more
slow mornings
and genuine moments of people being like, I don't care, let's just relax, hang out.
Yeah, that's not exactly what I'm seeing either.
No.
I understand that might be the hope.
Yes.
Or that what you think
goal.
is happening.
Yes.
But then you squeeze 15 people in a getting ready room that's too small, that has no natural light. You're pissed at your mom. Like,
yeah,
I'm not seeing these long, slow mornings.
No.
When I get there, it's
chaos.
It's absolute chaos. Everyone's, annoyed or whatever the case may be. So, I mean, I love the idea of it, but I'm not necessarily seeing that play out. And let me say that people want that until they're not getting the photographs they're wanting.
100%.
I have people say, they're like, I just want to take my time and I just want things to be candid. And then I get there and they're like, hey, okay, so the makeup artist is going to put the brush to my face. Can you please get a photo of that?
Can you get the spraying
Yeah,
of the
can
spritz?
You get the spraying of the spritz? And then can you do the PJ photos where we're all looking at each other and laughing? And then can you do like it? I get told on consultations like, yeah, we really want candid and we just want to chill. And then I get there and it's like, nope, here are all the things we need to do for Instagram and TikTok. Yeah. And I go, okay, like, because what am I supposed to do in that moment? Am I supposed to be like, no, that's not what you hired me for. Like, that's not what we talked about. Of course not. I still try to like pull back. I am not faking everything. Like,
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
going to do that. So if you want to do that, that's fine. I've had weddings where bridesmaids are around me.
I know.
Where bridesmaids are around me and they're like,
fake laugh.
fake laugh. They're, you know, directing each other for a shot. And I'm just like, okay.
That's what I'm here for, guys.
Well, not only is that's what I'm here for, but the reason they're doing that is because they feel like I am not doing it enough. I'm not going to ask you to fake laugh. And
not necessarily. Perspective shift. They could be doing it for the hope of just like providing their friend a positive look back at their gallery.
Fair. But then I think it's hard because then my perspective is, okay, so you're going to look back at this photo and know that someone told you to fake laugh.
Sure.
And so different perspectives, but like you said, kind of like that's my job is to help pull emotion out. But we need to, like, bridesmaids and bridal parties who are directing photography need to stop. Unless your, you know, person, whether that be the bridegroom, whomever, if they said like, yeah, I hired my photographer, I don't love them, but they were cheaper, whatever. You got to do what you got to do from a bridal party. But if they paid a good amount of money, hired them for a specific reason, and now you're directing them in the opposite way that I would, you're ruining the gallery. No offense. Like, you're ruining the feeling sometimes that the couple will get from the gallery, and I need you to stop. I'm speaking from experience recently. Okay, micro over massive, smaller guest lists, closer circles, and celebrations that actually feel like you. I have seen this a couple times.
I have too.
Yeah, which I really like. I think that
I don't think it's a Gen Z specific thing, though. If anything, I think it's an older generation that is actually more focused on the smaller, more intimate gatherings. I think it's people in their 30s who have kind of weaned out their friend groups and said, like, hey, I'm not inviting my coworker from 17 years ago. Like, I'm not inviting them to have a +1 either. Like, I'm inviting my close friends and family. I don't think that's a Gen Z thing at all.
I agree. And even like not specific to generation, I think that we have to talk a little bit about the money in weddings.
100%.
And of course, we've talked about this before. I see videos all the time, like the wedding industry is getting so out of hand. Da, la, 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 la. What's getting out of hand?
Yeah.
It's not the wedding industry.
It's the performative.
It's the performative expectation, the Instagram, the TikTok. This has nothing to do with me. You want me for 14 hours? You're going to pay for 14 hours. Yeah. But how about you do a micro wedding for, you know, 6 hours? But they don't want to do that, right? Like and I said that to someone on TikTok, and I need to stop fighting with people. I'm not fighting with people, but I need to stop responding because they think what they think. It doesn't matter what I say. But like, I see so many videos about how we're overcharging. It's this and that and the other. And I go, you don't need custom napkins. You don't need custom table runners. Like, you don't need all of this stuff, but you want it. And now you're upset you have to pay for it.
Yep.
And it's insane to me that no one is complaining on TikTok about, have you gone into a Mercedes dealership lately? These cars are so fucking expensive.
Even a Kia dealership, that bitch was not cheap.
Yeah. I'm like, no matter what, you're going to spend some money, but people are doing weddings so much differently than they used to be. But now they're upset that they're having to pay for it. And I think that's the most spoiled, rotten thing in okay. Again, I know I just said it. I get so pissed about this whole thing. I see no one complaining about the large corporations that have taken car prices from 20 grand for a new car to like 45 grand minimum. I'm not seeing people complain about that. But then I do see people losing their mind about small businesses finally charging for the hours that they're working.
Yeah, I agree.
And I just sit there and I go, Okay. What about your company that pays you $15 an hour that is now laying people off because instead of profiting $1 billion this year, they profited $999 million? Why don't you go be pissed off about that?
I'm going to bring it back to the Gen Z of it all.
Perfect.
Because that's what the post is on. But I also think this bringing it to money is a lot of the time, if you are a younger person getting married, the likelihood of your parents contributing a large sum of money is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Whereas if you are maybe a little bit older, you're more established, you have your own money flowing in, and you are like this post where it says, micro over massive. It looks like a family. Like it looks like a mom and dad who are choosing to get married later in their 30s and their kids are there. This to me does not look like a Gen Z 22 to 27, even 27-year-old like getting married right now. And so I definitely think when you have a little bit more financial contribution from family, you are more inclined to have a larger wedding. Whereas if you don't necessarily have that, which I'm not saying all Gen Z people have that, because that is not the case whatsoever.
Yeah.
Like it's just not. But I do think you're more inclined to have a smaller wedding when you are the ones who are footing the bill for it.
100%. 100%. Okay. Next one, anti-bride aesthetic. The anti isn't about breaking rules, but making your own. Think color instead of white, short veils, unexpected florals, and looks that feel alive. Thoughts on that one?
Again, I think it's very performative.
Yeah.
I think people are doing things because they want to stand out and be different and have this be a trendsetter in this space, if you will, opposed to just doing what feels very genuine to you. Like, I kind of hate that that's even a thing in here of being like the anti-bride, because this is almost making it seem like that's the trend or the way that we're going. If you are a funky, eclectic, you dress like, you know, a 90s art teacher, then yeah, that is your vibe. But if you're a very like classic, and I don't say basic in like a negative connotation, I mean like if you're more of just like a basic traditional person, do not try to go out of the box for the sake of a trend. Like stay true to you. If you are a traditional person in your day-to-day, why wouldn't you stick to a traditional wedding in your day-to-day? Like, do not go so above and beyond and crazy and eclectic that it's something that you're doing to be performative. Yeah. That's why I just think like it's all turning to be very performative. And I hate it.
I think that will absolutely come with regrets. If
100%.
You're like, you know, I always dreamed of myself in this white gown, but you know what is really popular right now is, you know, XYZ color. So I'm going to do a colored gown. I'd be like, I don't love that. And we even, when I was planning the elopement, and I was like, maybe I'm just gonna wear like a colored dress because it's Vegas and it's, you know, it is what it is. And I really had to sit with it and be like, okay, I understand you like the idea of this, but is this you? Like, is this you? I already don't necessarily feel like it's me to wear a gown in general, but then I put the gown on and I went, oh, I look great. This is gonna be a fun time. But I wanted to be different for the sake of being different, not because it was who I am. I am not different. I wear this from Abercrombie, although I don't do either of these things.
I texted this basic bitch when she texted me a pink dress, and I said,
it was cute though.
Excuse me, who do you think you are? And not in like a who do you think you are, like you can't wear that type of a way, but in a sense of being like, you will not look back 50 years and be like, yes, that feels so me. Yeah. Especially since you hadn't actually tried on a traditional wedding dress and been like, let me see how I feel in a wedding dress. Like, had you never tried one on and gone with a pink dress, I think you would have been like, okay, like, I picked it. It is what it is. But yeah, it would have come with regrets.
100%.
And so I am so glad you went to... shout out to the White Room.
I was gonna say White Room, we love you.
And went and tried on a dress there and just like
the way that I have my alterations next month, and I anticipated losing more weight. I think I have gained weight, so we'll see how my alterations
It'll
go.
Be fine.
Okay. This is a little contradictory to me. Multi-day weddings. Why fit everything into one day when you can stretch it across a weekend? Gen Z made that idea a lifestyle.
First of all, no, they didn't.
No, they didn't. You know who made that a lifestyle? Cultural weddings, first and foremost.
Let's be so fucking for real.
It's like, this is not
I did not read through all of these, so this is my first reaction to that. That is a dumb thing. Ignore the dogs.
I know. We're also good. Micro over massive, and then 2 slides later it's like, make it a whole weekend.
Make it a 5-day event where your friends have to pay $6,000 to travel to Europe, and like, this is so crazy.
Yeah, and it looks like it's people, I'm assuming this is Italy. So yeah, get your crew out to Italy for a 3-day event, which by the way would be great. But I don't think this is a trend. Again, if you,
I don't think
I
so
just
either.
shot at the like Indian wedding and they
Yes.
do multiple days and all these different ceremonies and celebrations. This is not new. This is not a trend. If you have the money to throw around,
Good on you.
good on ya. But if you're doing this in a performative way, which again, I think we feel a lot of things are, okay.
Here's the thing. For me, one thing that I've spoken about, and one reason why I'm not actively planning a wedding is A, because they're expensive, B, because I just don't feel like, and Craig and I agree, like we don't want to get married right now. Like
Yeah.
we don't need to get married necessarily. Like, yeah, would it help with freaking health insurance? 100%. But like, it's not something that we're like, okay, let's, and then all of this stuff comes into play.
Yep.
And I go, there are so many different ways to do things that I'm not in a mental space to like pick how I want to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't know. This stretching it out over across a weekend sounds great in theory, but if you talk to somebody who has done that, I think they would tell you like, yeah, it was a great experience if they have somebody helping them plan it out.
Oh, yeah.
If you are planning this out for yourself, by yourself, that's a lot of work. Planning one day alone is just an insane amount of work for a wedding, let alone a
whole weekend.
A whole weekend.
Yeah.
So
that's probably international because
Yeah.
like, what are you doing a whole weekend in your neighborhood? Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. I don't know. You do the next one because I can't stomach it.
Instagram and TikTok moments. Yes, there's a content slot in the timeline. Gen Z couples plan time for reels and transitions the same way they plan portraits. Let's go back to the first slide. The new luxury is peace, slow mornings, long hugs, and time to be in the moment. Slotting out time for content is not the same as slow mornings and time to be in the moment.
Yeah.
Weddings aren't marathons anymore. Weddings aren't marathons anymore in the first slide saying the new luxury is peace. Yet we're talking about slotting out time for TikTok and Instagrammable moments.
Yeah. Yeah. It's contradictory at its finest. I've run into this a couple times where we're already running behind and then they'll be like, wait, in another 10 minutes in recording a video for TikTok. And it's not like this is a TikTok influencer where like there's an expectation, they're making money off of this content. And I just sit there and I'm like, you guys were already behind. You're already incredibly stressed out. Like you're already yelling at your mom or whatever. And now we need to pause so you can take these transition videos. I gotta be honest. I don't love it. This has nothing to do with content creators.
No, not at all.
I think I have seen great content creators that are just capturing the moments and things like that. But yeah, I don't love the doing it for TikTok and doing it like, are you gonna just imagine being 70 years old.
Yeah, you won't even know how to function your TikTok anymore. Phones will be whatever,
just like,
built into your eyeballs.
Why are we not putting this much effort and thought into the experience of the day of not only for you, your family, your friends, your guests, whatever, but like the photographs will benefit so greatly from attention to that instead of attention to you running toward this fucking phone. I hate it. This is a hill I'll die on, and I don't like when certain podcasters get like really angry about things I don't like in the wedding industry, but this is one thing I just can't get on board with. And the fact that I do worry it will become more and more popular with just how popular Instagram and TikTok are. It's heartbreaking.
Here's the thing. Like you said, a lot of the time it's not people who are already influencers. However, I do think that the influencer era is so strong among us that people are looking to make their weddings moments where they can blow up and become influencers. So a lot of things that I see on TikTok is like, I'm a 2026 bride. Like, here's what I'm doing, X, Y, and Z. And so then they're using their platform as the buildup for their actual wedding day. And so then their wedding day becomes the shows and the moments where they can use that as content. And like you said, it's not a content creator thing because we love, I mean, I work on a content creation team. So like, I do know that there are specific moments where a bride will be like, well, can we slot in time to do TikToks? I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
Like, sure, but we need to slot in the time then.
Yeah. There's got to be a blueprint of what you were talking about. A blueprint of, okay, I'm getting married.
Yep.
So here are a list of the videos I'm going to make and put on TikTok.
Yep.
Okay. First, I'm going to put a video looking for vendors because those fucking blow up. And I'm sorry, but if you're a photographer and you see a video that goes, I'm getting married in Newport Beach, I'm looking for a wedding photographer, from 0 to 60, they're literally within the first hour, 500 comments.
Yep.
Stop commenting on those. And I'm sorry, but if you're a couple, I don't believe you're looking through all of those comments looking for your wedding photographer. I think that you know that the video is going to blow up and that people are going to be commenting and you will get traction with that video. That's truly how I feel. Then it goes to, okay, a new video for each new vendor that you're trying to book. And then, well, here's what we've done so far for our 2026 summer wedding. Here's what next video. Here's what we need to do for our summer 2026 wedding. Like, I swear there's a blueprint for getting married, and here are all the videos that you post. And then you have the wedding day, you put out the content of the wedding day, and then the videos start. Here are 10 things that I regret from my wedding
that
day.
I would have done differently.
Yeah. And then eventually, you know, I had such a bad experience at my wedding day, so I've become a wedding vendor to help other oh my God. I see it over and over and over again, and I go, okay. And I do believe a lot of those people probably fizzle out of the wedding industry because
for sure.
This is not for the weak. This is a whole thing. But it's just, I see that same shit over and over again. And I'm just kind of like, good. Hey, if you become an amazing wedding vendor, great. But you are not a wedding planner. Just because you planned your wedding of 75 people doesn't mean you should now be paid to be a wedding planner for people and fucking up their day. Because you just posted a video about how you hated your day and now you're going to be a wedding planner for other people.
I need to put my glasses on because I'm disassociating. I'm not going to lie to you.
Fine. I just went on another Louis rant.
I'm definitely disassociating because I can't see anything. So I'm like trying to lock in on something. So if you're watching this and you see me fully just kind of zone out. Was that a ghost or did you?
No, I kicked it. I just kicked Nikki's camera for the listener.
Well, me being a possessed woman, and I'm possessed by the Lord. First of all, thank you very much. But like, I straight up was like, I did that. I'm controlling the cameras. I am.
Mental illness runs in Nikki's family, apparently. Okay, a couple ones that I actually do like. Number one, DIY digital tools. I think Steph at Cersei Events, Cersei, I think I saw this was her wedding where they did like drapery and then they had a projector playing like video clips from their life and things like that. I thought that actually looked really cool.
Okay, that's really not what this is saying though.
Oh, what's this saying?
The future is here. AI and planning apps make it easier to visualize and stay creative. So like totally different. I love a DIY. I love getting a projection screen and projecting onto that.
I disagree with AI tools to help plan your wedding.
Thank you. So anyway,
I just saw for the listener, I saw like the circle thing. I thought this was a projection situation. Okay.
That's the moon. I'm just kidding.
I do like the next one, vintage, upcycled, and thrifted.
I love that.
Past meets present, thrifted gowns, heirloom jewelry, and reworked details make every look unique and sustainable.
I love that. And I think it's timeless. I think if you're looking at it like from a timeless...
It's really loud, sorry. My metal straw.
From like a sustainable component as well. Like I love thrifting, so I get that it's not for everybody, but I think from like a sustainability standpoint too, just reusing things and reuse, recycle, reduce.
And if you like your parents, so for instance, one of my brides, she at her engagement session was like, hey, I have my mom's dress, her wedding gown. Can we get 5 minutes of photos with it and then I'll change? I was like, absolutely.
Yep.
And I think Is it her favorite outfit? Probably not. But when she goes and looks at these photos for decades to come, how fun. I think that will mean so much to her. So I think reusing things or incorporating things from your parents, grandparents, or just going to the thrift store, like you said, and reusing stuff, I think
it's so fun.
I agree.
And unique.
Value-based spending, Gen Z invests where it counts, fast-responding vendors, good food, great music, and details that linger longer than the price tag. I mean, I guess I don't know if that's a trend. Invest where it counts.
Yeah, I think that's a standard. And I think that should be a standard. And I think people who do not invest in or make sound investments when it comes for their wedding day end up regretting it. 100%. And so I think it is definitely something that should be a standard across the board to make sure that you're making a good investment in all of your vendors and in all of the areas.
Agreed. I feel like that actually kind of leads into the next one. Civil ceremonies, intimate, meaningful, and modern, city hall, simple setups. Let's just say elopements in general, regardless of where you're eloping. I think that if we all know, we talked about this earlier, that yes, there's a cost to having a big old wedding. Don't do it if you don't want to do it.
Don't do it if you can't afford it.
Yeah, don't do it if you can't afford it. Just don't do it. You can still have a stunning civil ceremony. You could go to, I've seen beautiful, the San Francisco City Hall or whatever it is, government building, Santa Barbara. Like, there are so many beautiful spaces. And if Adam and I didn't love Vegas so much and just know that we were going to like have a time, I would have scrapped the whole thing and done something on the West Coast. You could fly out there, get a nice hotel for the weekend, and get married, all for probably 5% of what you would spend on a big old wedding. And I know it's probably crazy to hear two wedding vendors say like, yeah,
do that.
It is expensive or it does cost money, but we're realistic humans.
Yeah.
But again, back to the part of if you do want a big wedding, that's okay too. You're going to have to pay for it. And I want to see you stop bitching about it on social media.
And like, enjoy it. If you want to do that, make sure that it's something that you fully enjoy, because if you're investing so much time, money, effort, and energy into planning a massive celebration for all of your friends and family, which like I love attending those, then please make sure that you are able to enjoy it yourself.
Yeah, agreed. There's so many more on here that I
didn't realize.
I know. I was like, okay, so we'll go through them. Mood over theme. I mean,
Gen Z doesn't pick a theme. They build a feeling, a playlist, light, and scent. Can set the mood better than any palette.
Yeah.
Which like, okay, yeah, sure. But that's anybody. And that's not a Gen Z specific thing. I think that's a personality thing. If you are somebody who's very fucking vibey and you're like, I just want to have a vibe. I want to vibe. That's you. Not everybody's like that. Yeah. Like, it's a very personality-based thing. Statement accessories, it's all in the details. Bows, gloves, bold shoes, and jewelry that tell your story better than words.
Here's what I'll say about that. I don't think this is a generational thing, but something that I am trying to do with the elopement is I have been picking up things. I've been trying to be very specific. Even I sent you some PJs where I was like, okay, here are 3 PJs I like. Here are here's why I like them, because they mean things to me.
For sure.
Although dumb. One was like giving to me Cowboy Carter vibes, Beyonce. One was giving cocktail hour with like little martini glasses. And then one was a green, which we know I'm crazy. And I see green as Louis inherently. And so I'm trying to, everything I'm buying for the day is very specific to something that I feel like is me or is Adam. Yes, it's intentional. And that's how I think you should do things. Stop getting shitty Amazon PJs for your girls to get ready in. Let them wear their own thing, or let them, I don't know.
I actually saw a girl do the whole thrift thing where she went and she thrifted a bunch of like oversized men's dress shirts and picked different ones for each girl.
Yeah.
And I thought that was genius and so unique and so fun and so cute that it was like, okay, I'm shopping for my girls' personalities, not like if you have a friend who never wears pink or, doesn't necessarily want to wear a muumuu to get ready in. I don't want to be the person who's like, well, it's my day. And like, yes, as the bride, you do have the right to say that, I guess. But like, as your friend, I don't want to do that to you.
When you see someone who's incredibly uncomfortable on the wedding day with whatever they were put to wear, I just... makes me sad. Okay, wedding content creators, we've talked about that. I don't see shame in that necessarily, or like I don't see a problem. I just think it could be done.
Pass in talking about it because we talk about it so
lot.
often that I'm like, people, you know where we stand on that.
No templates.
Cookie cutter weddings are out. Mismatched colors, mixed textures, and imperfect details that make everything feel real.
Again,
who's writing this?
I also think like imperfect colors and textures.
That's so you're trying too hard.
You're doing it for a reason, and I don't understand why we can't just accept that.
Yes.
You're not like, I don't give a shit what the colors are. Make it like blue and yellow. Okay, well those actually go together. Natural, like those are
my high school colors.
And you're doing it because you like those colors, and that's okay.
It's okay.
And you're adding texture because you think it looks nice. That's okay.
We're trying too hard to be
different,
to be trendy, to be something that we're inherently not. And I think like just be yourself and let your wedding speak through you. Like, do I love cows? Yes. Am I gonna put fucking cow print all over my wedding because I think it's trendy and different and it's texture? No, bitch. I'm not. I mean, maybe in some ways, but like it's not the driving force behind my wedding day.
Yeah. I do like this next one, grooms with main character energy.
Fuck yeah.
I would like that more. I'm sorry, but if you're getting married and your person, I don't care, he, she, they, them, I don't care who you are. But if one of you doesn't want to be there, why are you having a wedding? So I'm not saying all grooms need to want to have an hour of portraits, but like, enjoy your day, vibe with your day. Let me take your fucking photo because this photo will probably be up at the altar when you're dying. And
or when your kids get married.
Yeah, like they want these photos. These are heirlooms. Just smile or like care a little.
Here's what I'll say too is like goes back to like the big wedding versus small wedding. Some people are very uncomfortable being the center of attention and very uncomfortable being in big groups. If that's you, please don't invite every person and their mom that you met at the gas station to your wedding day. Like, invite the people that you are most comfortable around and you can be yourself with. Like, I get that not everybody's comfortable in front of a camera either. That's okay. Then hire a very documentary-focused photographer who maybe sets aside 5 minutes of portraits for you to have those photos. But for the most of the time, they're just allowing you to experience your day as it unfolds. Like, make sure that it feels like you, because when you look back at the photos and you look like, you know, Nosferatu because you're so fucking pissed and you look like you want to kill. Never seen it.
So good.
Never seen it. But if you look like you want to kill your wife all day, like, which like that's so morbid. But honestly, don't plan a wedding that's gonna make you miserable.
Yeah. And it's very apparent to me on a wedding day when I have a groom, and I'm sorry to call out grooms, but it's
90% of the time.
When I can tell that you just wrote your vows minutes before we're saying them, and I can see the look in your partner's eye
of disappointment
when they know that not a lot of thought or effort was put on this, it's heartbreaking to me. Yeah. And in my head, I never think like, oh, they're getting divorced. I think of just in that moment, these are the memories that your person is left with. And like, is that really the memory you want to leave them with? Anyways. Okay. The last two guest generated moments. Here's what I'll say about this. Well, and it says, once it was a phones down, please. Now it's send me that clip, guest film, share, and help shape the wedding memories in real time. Okay, that's not what I thought this was about. I thought this was going to be about like really focused on the experience of your guests, because I like that. I don't like what this is saying. So essentially this is saying, hey, your guests
film my wedding
from your iPhone and send me these clips. Video. And as the photographer, fine, but I'm not photoshopping that shit out then. I'm 100%. Sick of photoshopping phones, and you're an adult. You did it. I'm not photoshopping this out. And if you are a bridal, like let's say bridesmaid or groomsman, if you find yourself saying things like, oh, don't worry, the photographer can Photoshop that out. I'm not going to do that. I will do that if you have a pimple, if you have, like, if there's something, but yeah. If you are just in my way constantly with your iPhone and you're like, oh, she can just Photoshop my arm out. No, I won't be doing that.
I can't.
But I do think that people need to put a lot more focus on how are we just going to have a good time? Us and our guests, the photos will take care of themselves at that point. But if you're not doing it, like if you're just like, okay, everybody sit down, eat dinner, your DJ's not announcing anything, you go do, like, if there's no experience, I need you to know that your photos will reflect that. You're eating dinner, you go have your first dance floor opens, like, you know, I don't know how to make it a party unless you're making it a party.
Well, okay, really quick. Guest experience. If you can afford to provide your guests a like lavish fun, let's say you love smoking weed, so you get a bunch of joints rolled up and like you provide experiences for your guests to have and enjoy. Great. Amazing. That's great. I do understand that not everybody can do that. However, there are ways that you can at least make the evening flow to feel very like cohesive and like one flowing event where there's no standstills, it's not stagnant. It's not like, okay, what do we do now? Like everybody's just staring at each other. That I do agree with.
Yeah. I think for me, it's more like there should be a little effort put into your DJ set, like in talking to them. Hey, what does our guest, you know, demographic look like? If it's a lot of people who are like 40 to 60, your music should reflect that. You're
playing Sweet Caroline.
100%.
You're playing Sweet Caroline.
If they're younger, you know, I just feel like some people, once it gets to like reception time, I don't even see the bride and groom or whomever on the dance floor. They're off doing their own thing, which I just sit there and I go, guests are wondering where you're at. Yeah. Everyone's just sitting at their table, not doing anything. And this is not to shame anybody.
No, totally.
But I would be so sad. I'd be like, this is a party.
Perfect example. My cousin got married. I just want to throw this out there really quick. Greatest DJ experience I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Nobody sat, like everybody was on the dance floor the entire evening until the lights came on and they kicked us out. Yeah. It was incredible.
DJ makes a huge difference.
Our family is Latino, so he played a mix of like very Latino driven music, whereas like my entire family then is up dancing.
Yeah.
Her husband is a very white skater boy. Like they are, you know, rocking out to the skater music.
Yeah.
So he incorporated so much of that. Everybody had the best time.
Yeah. I love that. And we've talked about that before. You need a DJ who is mixing. I cannot listen to 3.5 minute songs back to back to back.
I cannot do it.
People will sit down.
So basically, moral of the story, make sure you talk to your DJ and you provide your guests with a really banging experience when it comes to dancing and music.
Agreed. Last one is the funniest thing I've ever seen because of the photo of it.
Yeah.
So for the listener, what I'm looking at is a photo of draping, which probably costs about $5 to $10,000.
We'll insert a picture too for the viewer.
And the florals are, I can only assume
20,000
and whatever the rest of the wedding day looked like. But
the venue, are you kidding me?
Yeah, probably a chateau in France. And the reason that we're explaining the description of this is because the caption is less about the luxury, more about the vibe and story. It would be a mistake to think Gen Z doesn't love luxury. They just see it differently in style, feeling, and authenticity, not excess.
This photo is excess to the nth degree. If they had inserted a photo of a backyard micro wedding where people were really intentional about being together, perfect, love it, no notes.
This is insane. This, and I don't know, this was a rich Gen Zer who wrote this copy and picked these photos.
Rich.
Because what are you talking about?
Rich. And there's so much about sustainability and spending. You are rich. You don't even understand how rich you are because that's how rich you are.
It's so funny. They think that photo, that's sustainability. They're like, look at all the greenery. It's sustainability. It's cheap.
This is the craziest photo I've ever seen.
That last slide is pretty diabolical. That's so ridiculous. And I'm sorry, this is not like, I'm not trying to call out wed vibes, but like, give me a break. Give me a break.
I am. Are you kidding me? And every wedding in this post is $100,000 or less or more.
Possibly not the one of the couple with the 2 kids, but where it was like micro whatever.
These are rich people. Let's be so fucking for real. These people are rich. These people are rich. That is a rich man. Look at him. He looks rich.
You have some nice draping.
She looks rich.
That dress is pretty nice.
The kids look rich.
Yeah. I do think, though, that it's so...
funny.
Again, the post is performative, but these posts that talk about sustainability and affordability and, you know, doing things micro and just focusing on the vibe, and then you're showing us a bunch of photos of $1 million. Yeah, like, what are you, nuts? Give me a break. Give me a break. And also, this is coming from, I'm pretty sure,
I just unfollowed them by accident.
an account who charges thousands of dollars for photographers to be part of their group. Again, the sustainability of it all is a little silly.
I will say, though, I love a Gen Z. I love my Gen Z friends. Y'all keep me young. You keep me lively.
Friends?
What do you think Gen Z is? 17? No, they're the people getting married right now. They're the 22s to 28s or whatever.
Number one, really quick. I know everyone just peeps how crazy Nikki talks to me sometimes. Number two, 13 to 28 years old.
So yeah.
So that's fair.
Gen Z.
But down to 13, I guess I know that like the content creation team and stuff, they're younger. But I don't know.
Yeah, like 23, 24, 25.
Oh, could you imagine being that age again?
Yes.
Oh, I could not.
The only people who make me want to be that age are the girls that I work out with on Tuesday evening, my Latina girlfriends who are 24, single, au pairs from Colombia. Only people that I'm like, you make me want to be young again. Everybody else, I'm like, yeah, I could go without it.
Yeah.
I could go without it.
I would just, if I were doing that when I was 23, then yeah. Number one, I'm at a workout class. I'm like a cute Latino. I'm
hot.
Yeah, like, that'd be great. But when I was 23, I was like 300 pounds.
Yeah, I was fat and married.
Yeah.
Like, can I not go back to that? Are you kidding me? I was in a cult. Are we so fucking for real?
I feel like being in a cult, though, I could see myself doing well in that environment.
I mean,
I bet you did.
thought I was
you were
thriving.
Yeah.
You think you're thriving, then you get out and you go, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. There's nothing more I love than when an old photo of you pops up on my Facebook timeline because someone liked it or commented on it. And I'm like, no.
That bitch was ugly.
It's not just that, but I can tell.
It's not just that, guys. It's not just that you were ugly.
You weren't ugly. You definitely don't look like you do now. But I can just tell, like, your happiness as a human now versus
100%.
then.
Yeah.
So
totally
or like
different.
seeing pictures of your mom. It'll be like a big group photo from the church. And I'm like, your mom was probably just like, oh,
miserable.
Miserable.
Yeah. Les Miserables.
Les Miserables. Do you have anything else before we close out the show? Hopefully this recorded and we can actually put out a podcast episode.
No, I do have to go get my dog for an appointment. Love and light. I hope people don't think I'm Meg's biggest bully. I do love you very much.
Not my biggest bully.
Just one of them. just a bully.
Anyways, guys, thanks for joining this cocktail hour. Don't forget to subscribe.
You know, this button does work to turn on your silence and your ring.
Well, this button for me it calls Adam right away.
Weird. You can change that though.
No, I know, but I did it on purpose.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I don't want to have to. I call him a lot.
Oh, what'd I do? My phone die?
Adam's probably like, "Are you okay?"
Did you just actually call him?
That was an accident. Hyphen,
sorry.
Because he will call me back right away, and I don't want him to. Anyways,
that's it.
Yeah, that's all we have for you guys. You want to do your little outro?
Yours is first.
I literally
what was
said
it? What'd you say?
I said, thanks for joining this cocktail hour. Don't forget to subscribe, review the pod wherever you listen.
Did you say that?
Yeah.
Did you? I
Yeah.
totally disassociated once more.
It's okay.
I don't know where I was. We're also recording at 6 a.m. So like I am struggling at 6 a.m. again. So we were on a good groove of being like
we were
10 a.m., 11 a.m., 9 a.m. So we're back on our 6 a.m. game.
Yeah.
That's why my caffeine is hitting a little different. I'm feeling a little crazy, a little frantic, a little frazzled. But yeah, make sure you follow along with us on Instagram at cocktailhour.podcast and submit anything and everything. The link is in our bio. Everything is anonymous. Love you. Bye.
Bye.